everybody. This is Louis coming back at you with a podcast episode of some sort, right? So, in this one, we're going to, I don't know, we're going to see where it goes. I'm going to put some music in the background, let you be the judge of whatever happens, whatever stories may or may not be created. That's going to be entirely fictional and bear no resemblance to anybody or anywhere, any place, at any time, at any point. Regardless, let us begin the journey and see where that takes us, right? Do not own this. This is a copyright free music, so all the credits go to Mr. Snooze background music stuff. Okay. Alright. So, let's get to it. Let's full screen this, just so you can have something nice to look at besides my pretty disgusting face. Anyway, let's begin with a question. If not the question, where have all the noir films gone? I know that they used to be a very humongous thing back in the day. I don't know the exact dates, but I imagine pre-1960, maybe 1930s, 1940s, I don't know. Somewhere around that time, 1940s to maybe 1950s, somewhere around there was a big market for the noir scene. And I just have one question. What happened? What happened? Where did it all go? I'm one of those few that probably has never seen a noir film completely. I've seen some of one. All I can say is I love it. I love the feel, I love the aesthetic of it. And one more modern-ish piece of media that brings this noir to my beckoning, to my calling, to my mind is Batman the Animated Series, the 1990s animated series, the early on one, I believe 1991 to be exact, with the late great Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. Kevin Conroy mainly as Batman, the voice of Batman, the true Batman. True Batman, in my opinion, right? Everybody has their favorites, I have mine. Mine's the animated series Batman. Anyway, the series itself, the animated series, had such a beautiful, it's just a very raw feel to it, you know? It's like, just remembering it, it's almost like a fever dream, you know? Trying to recall even the smallest details, you know, like, let's be honest here. Now, some of you, I know, may not agree with me on this, or you may not, regardless. I believe, in my personal opinion, right, and in the opinion of professionals, or should be the opinion of professionals, we should go back to an older style of animation. I do not like this digital age of animation. I'm not saying that digital projects aren't great. There are great digital projects done with digital animation, right? But something was lost along the way, and I feel like we have to go back to those roots, and we have to go back to something that feels more organic. It feels raw. It has more color. It's more subtleties. It has more style. Let's go back to cell animation, or at least, if not completely, at least have some shows be like half of the shows out there. Animated shows need to go back to cell animation. I don't know. That's my personal opinion, and in my opinion, it should be the opinion of everyone else. Because you notice, especially when you just look at cartoons in general, whether it's American or Japanese or pretty much any kind of animation out there in whichever region or country you look at, almost everything is digital now. And can you be fair? Like 99% of it looks exactly the same. Like if you had no audio and you were just looking at like a still shot, it would all look almost the same. There's no subtle differences. You can't tell one show from another. It's just like, obviously, I will say this, with the exception of Western animation when it comes to cartoons, that is predominantly a Cal type of animation. Like you can spot those from a mile away with the bean shapes, or what I consider the bean shapes of characters' faces and whatnot. But the point is a lot of the digital era has brought us quicker creation more efficiency, right? It's cheaper, but we have sacrificed something so much greater in the process. We have sacrificed personality, character. We have sacrificed the character, the potential character of each of these projects. You know, whether it be an anime from Japan or a cartoon series from America, or a Korean series, whatever the case may be. We have sacrificed a lot with this, you know. And it's always for, oh, it's better, it's quicker, it's faster, it's the new glamorous, shiny object in the forefront, right? But again, you gotta remember, not all that glitters is gold. In this case, I believe we have stepped back even further and we have just muted ourselves, just like society has nowadays, with everything they stand for, everything they are, everything they have become. Society has become the same. Every show, probably more than 92% of it, is all the same. It looks the same. It's the same stories. There's no pizzazz. There's no individuality here. And if it tries to be individualistic, it's just garbage. Where have the times gone? Where has the era of the next generation of great writers, where have they disappeared off to? I want to know. We all want to know. Many people have mentioned there what they believe is a greatness that we have entered, but I say you are all full of crap. You're full of shit. There's no greatness right now. We are living in a disgusting world of regurgitations. Every single franchise that we have known and loved and grew up with, whether it be from the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, the 60s, the 2000s, the 2010s even, we have all suffered. All of our beloved franchises have been constantly remade over and over and over, and some even repackaged to try to conform to today's standards or the standards of the past decade. And you know what? It's been garbage. When will we go back? When will we pave this way, this magical way towards advancement, towards progression, progress forward, keep the arts alive, keep it wild? Where are the visionaries in this generation? I'm serious, where are the visionaries in this generation? I want to find them. I want to find them and tell them, hey, get to work. Start making the script that will make people believe in you. Yeah. I just want to go, and I want to be able to go to a movie theater, right? Go to a movie theater and have a hard time deciding what movie to watch. That's what I want. I want to be able to do that. And not because all the movies suck. No. I want to be able to think to myself, dang, man, I can only watch one movie today or this week. And they're all so dang amazing. They all look amazing. I've heard great things from every single movie here. It's like, which one of these great picks shall I choose to watch? No. Nowadays, it's more like, which one sucks the least? Because they almost all suck. One good exception, in my opinion, is the John Wick movies. Those movies every movie just seems to get better and better than the last one. And the first movie was amazing. And you think that after the first, because usually sequels always suck. No, the sequels got better than the originals, than the predecessors, better than the predecessors. It's like everyone's got respect for John Wick 1, but if you watch John Wick 2, you're like, dang, this is a whole new level. And if you watch John Wick 3, Parabellum, dang. And if you watch John Wick Chapter 4, I can't remember the exact name, but I know it's Chapter 4, dang. It's magical. It's a magical thing. It's a truly magical thing. There's none of that's happening nowadays. Now, I will say, like I said, there are movies that are good. There are some that are trying to fight it off, but we need to stop this, man. We need to get a grip. We need to get ourselves back on track and start thinking clearly. Not just with movies, but also all forms of media. You know? Maybe shows. Maybe music too. Everything's just so mixed, man, and there's nothing wrong with mixing a genre here and there, but you're lessening the specialness. Yes, I know it's not a word, but I'm saying it's a word. The specialness of different genres, you know? I feel like now everything has to be about fusion, everything has to be mixed, everything's got to be like super mixed. And it's like, all right, fine, but have within reason, you know? It's like mix things that go well together, you know, mix the genres that make sense. You know? And I won't go into this because this is something I could go into very deeply and very deep, like deep into it. But that would just maybe go on a rant for another hour or so, and I'd rather not do that, at least not on this one. If you want to hear about that, leave it in the comments down below. But either way. Yeah. But either way, I don't know. What do y'all think? Should we go back to cell animation? If you want to have a good comparison, because I know most of you that would probably watch this or all know this particular show, and you can use this as reference. Do you prefer a recent season of SpongeBob, like anything past season 6 or so, or anything past season 4? Do you prefer those, or do you prefer season 1? Because season 1 of SpongeBob was made with cell animation, and the more recent episodes are like all digital. Here's another example for all you anime fans who, whether you love or hate this particular anime, it is widely known, and that's the only reason I'm using it. The Dragon Ball series. Watch Dragon Ball Z and then watch Dragon Ball Super. Super is all digital. Z is cell animation. Tell me which one is better. Let's be honest, man. Z is better. Season 1 is best. Let's just be clear. Everybody knows this is fact. It's not something to debate over. It is just plain fact. And you would be ridiculous and silly and a goofball to say otherwise. Now, if you disagree, I'd like you to put in the comments down below why you think I'm wrong and why you believe you're right. Give me a good argument. Give me a good one. Don't give me something lame. Give me a good excuse. Give me an excuse. Give me an excuse. Give me all your excuses, because we all know that the true fact is that cell animation is superior. We need to go back to that. We need to get some character back into these dang shows. I love y'all. Y'all take care and have a wonderful time. Later.